Hello, collective. All right, so you guys know what it is that for resonate is show. Some of these are messages that are supposed to come into fruition in the near future. Some of them have already been taking place in reality. Okay, so we're gonna start with the first one. Resonate. And some of them are kind of just synchronicities, okay? So yeah, the first one is you are a boss and the universe knows it, okay? Whatever you're doing in terms of your manifestation, you being in alignment, you being high vibrational, it's working. You are everything you're needing, wanting, it's here, collective, okay? If you have done the work, if you're in alignment, and if you're high vibrational, you have reached to that peak performance, that potential of becoming that person, okay? That boss, whether you are a feminine or a masculine here, okay? I know that's right, okay? On here, we are 10 toes down on taking care of business. I love it, okay? I also got right after your boss, and the universe knows it, 22, okay? So for me, a lot of numbers, I link it, as you guys know, to angel numbers, numerology. In this case, I will link it to numerology, okay? Whereas master number 22, if you know your entire birth chart, okay, you know what this is all about. Master number 22 is for people of high ranking, okay? This is why they can attain what they attain quickly, easily, and at a fast pace, okay? It's something that's already written, and I'm trying not to over explain because lately the fumbling of my words been a lot. So master number 22 is symbolic. Now, for some of you guys, it could have taken 22 years. Somebody could, be 22 years old as well, in terms of reaching to your truest potential, your real potential, right? Unlocking the Pandora's box here. But I do feel like it's in relation to, like, on an energetic level, I feel like it's in relation to master number 22. If you know what that is, you know exactly where you are, you know exactly what you can get and how to get it, okay? Let's move on to the next number. Now, this is not really a message per se, but this is what happened when I was meditating, because a lot of things was going on between the few days, okay? So whenever things are like, I meditate, okay? I have my things here too, like a lot of people do when things are just doing the most, okay? On that note, on that same day when I was going meditating, if you see a picture on my community board about the universe, that just came through. And that also gave me the encouragement of everything is supposed to happen as it should, and that I'm well taken care of, okay? So you can get other synchronicities other than numbers, things of that nature. If you see it on my community board, you know exactly where I'm coming from with this, okay? But yeah, on this specific day, meditation day for me, so I was at the ocean, okay? And then there were people pedaling back and forth. Like, I go to the ocean a lot, sometimes not for meditation, okay? And I was always like people waving and so on, because they're on their boats, they're enjoying, lovely, you know? But yeah, at the ocean, I'm quite antisocial unless I'm with somebody. That's a different story. But if it's just me, myself, and I just tend to make it my quiet time. And they're like people like very eagerly to get in contact with me from their boats. One of the boats even paddled up to me. It was a pedal boat, okay? Um, Not all of the boats, there were different types of boats. I mean, it's the ocean. So there was two youngsters that was so they eagerly paddled up to the bridge that I was on, all the way to ask me if I want to join them. And I'm here like, okay, why is this city so different? Like, mind you, just a few days ago, there were other people, but they weren't from the city. People have just become more intrusive. I don't know, it's just me. Like I still live in Europe. Like I still live in one of those Nordic countries where it's like me, myself, and I. So I don't know. I don't know. But that took place. I'm usually used to things happen that's quite a phenomenon, but it's usually linked to animals and like children, babies. Okay. So yeah. And then there are the occasional like creeps, but that's because your spirit is irritating their demons and they're fucking curious because the devil is like, how, you know. But let's move on. That's what took place. You might also experience this, like a lot of people coming up to you, except for, as an example, it doesn't just have to be babies or children that is kind of like enamored by you, but like everything and everybody else, like literally. And you're starting to like put a question mark on like what have changed. It's almost like you have been inside or traveled so long and like you come to different planets. So I don't know. That's just my personal take. But let's move on. If you haven't experienced this, we shall move past it. Okay. Next message. I was seeing a lot of butterflies that same day, not only singular but like in pairs. And I talked about the symbolicness of white butterflies in a previous message I did, like literally a few days ago. So if you haven't found the symbolicness online, aka through Google, you can find it through my videos. I didn't write down because I don't know it by heart, but I do know I was viewing them a lot. They were everywhere, and that's also a symbolicness for protection. From what I remember, that and also like you being perfect alignment, ancestors around you. But I know there's a specific description. I just don't know that by heart. So I'm just gonna go with what I'm saying now. Because I like to write things down, but this is not one of those times that I did this. Okay. So if you see white butterflies, you are protected by ancestors, your perfect alignment, and you're just like in harmony with everything. We're just gonna go with that. Next message is this. We're gonna lean into dream channelings, messages that are gonna take place in the near future if I haven't already. So we got Ozempic, BBL Ozempic. Okay, I don't know if there's like a shift in physical or what they say beauty trends. So there's something going on there with that. Like people are gonna go from being thin to big, or big to thin, but it's not gonna be of natural causes. It's gonna be with something that they take or do. So surgically, like enhancement here, like you can do surgery to become thinner, obviously, and you can do surgery to enhance your body. So this is something that's gonna be like in season. I don't know for how long, but that is one of the messages I got. And I remember it was just so interesting. I usually get like personal messages for you guys, but recently they've been kind of like global. Like I did a message from your person here, and I talked a lot about like surgeries and whatnot, and that's not really like my forte when I do messages, to make it a global thing, even though it's a collective reading. But yeah, so whoever is dealing with that, I don't even know what to say about that. That is just one of the messages, so we should just move on. I don't think that's hard to comprehend. So let's keep on moving forward. Next message. There's something weird going on with high profiling rappers, okay? More revelations is coming up about that. Like really high profiling rappers just doing the most. A lot of things that have been hidden is coming to be out in the public, okay? I don't know when, but it's going to. Um, so I'm just gonna leave it at that, okay? Um, all right. Next message here is, karmic or not, but I do feel like it's in relation to karmic that's been on your ass for quite a bit. They have received a warning from your God, from your ancestors, all of the above, okay? And there's somebody that has actively been doing magic, okay? If you experience nausea, things missing or like broken all of a sudden, and when I say things that are medically related, make sure that you are in shape, okay, healthy. Like, that you don't suffer from chronic nausea, okay? That you're not a klutz where you actively broke things or break things every, I don't know, 5 minutes, like things of that nature, right? When things are happening repeatedly, it kind of comes in waves, all at once or nothing at all, okay? That's just a little disclaimer here. So if you've been suffering from spiritual attacks, nausea, missing things, broken things, it's because of this karmic actively wanting you to have misfortune, and they'll feel some type of way. And karmic is the karmic, you know what it is. But they've been warned by God, your ancestors, and I'm gonna tell you this: karma is gonna do you justice, okay? Your vengeance is on its way. You don't really have to do anything. That's just a message of like, if you're going through things of this nature, dealing with a karmic, and you just like, what the heck, when it's like my time to feel at peace, be at peace, don't worry. The signal of them stopping has been sent, and all you have to do is wait for your team, aka spiritual team, to avenge you. That's all, okay? Let's move on. I hope the crystal wave thing is a better display. I don't know. It was kind of like bland before. Let me continue. Next message is this. This is in relation to somebody that is Mexican, okay? So the message I got was bullying in Mexico, Mexican here. So if you're Mexican here, or if you have a Mexican family member, whether it's an elder, a kid, a cousin, like whomever, right? They're suffering from bullying at the moment. I don't know if they're hiding this, but it's going to be quite evident that they're suffering from bullying. I don't know. I don't feel like you're going through this, collective. I feel like it's somebody that you know that's Mexican, okay? But it could be you, but I don't feel it on energy, okay? If it's you, it's you. But that's not what I'm sensing here, okay? There's somebody, Mexican individual here that's going through bullying. This is going to come out in the open, or you're gonna see this, okay? It's gonna get attention. So for now, am I just gonna pull some cards? I know it's hard to deal with it, deal with it. It could be hard to deal with it because you might be in a predicament where it's like you can't really do much, but it's gonna come out in the open. Okay, I feel like this has been going on for a while, if I'm gonna be really honest here. But Spirit has a plan, got your back here. All you have to do is number one, have faith that things, I know it sounds so bland to say, but you have to kind of be in your faith when it comes to bullying. Okay, when somebody's going through something, and don't kind of like fumble on that. Stand on business. If you know somebody's going through something, speak up, okay? You're gonna be supported, you're not alone. Um, and if you're alone in terms of supporting that specific person, you're not alone in terms of spiritual. Okay, so there's that. Um, let's move on. The next message is in relation to traveling people. Okay, if you're traveling with a bicycle, on trains, on buses, from station to station, make sure that number one, you don't misplace your time or misplace the next transportation that you're going to take, because I was tuning into you missing your transportation, whether it was a bus or a train here. And I don't, you have get more organized. I know you could be just like a spontaneous traveler and just say, but I do feel like you have a destination and you're going where you need to go. It's not where you're gonna end up. Okay, Barcelona could also be symbolic here. You could be from Barcelona, or you're supposed to get to Barcelona, or not. But make sure things are in place in terms of like where you're heading, because it doesn't like, you know. I will say this though, it's much more, it's gonna be tedious if you're ending up in a different city, let alone a different country when you should not be. Okay. Also, but in hindsight, traveling with cycle, a bike is not the easiest thing. But yeah, still, I don't know. I've been traveling a lot by myself, and traveling with bike, it's easier in certain areas, okay? And for you, it didn't look successful, okay? Just make sure that hopefully this has not taken place. A little bit more organized, okay? I don't care if you need to write down A to B on like a newspaper or whatever. So you can have it more structured, okay? That is definitely somebody specific here, okay? Traveling with bike. Let's move on. The next message here is somebody's name could be MJ, okay? And you seem to be such a nice person, or this MJ person is such a nice person. So whoever's done with an MJ, let's see here. You go to a card. They're like, the initials is MJ here. You know what I'm thinking of? I was thinking of like Spider-Man, MJ, Spider-Man, Mary Jane. He could be somebody's Mary Jane. Okay, so we got this. Maybe you need to kind of give up on something right now, or somebody needs to give up on you. Or they feel like they need to give up, but I do feel like the give up part is not like something bad. It's not like, okay, I'm gonna try fighting this, okay? Whether you or somebody in relation to you. It has to like having faith as well when it comes to something, okay? So I feel like you or somebody's gonna just like, okay, let me just pause it for a bit, okay? Let's move on. So this is for an individual that's a part of the LGBTQ community or is going to be a part of it. If you're gonna hook up with a blonde bombshell, a blonde beauty here, good luck. I think you will like it. The thing is with this, I do feel like you and this person is youngsters. I really don't care like if you're straight or not, whomever is watching here, but they are female. There are female condoms, okay? I would advise. I'm not quite sure if you feel like, even if you're not, like, there are female condoms, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. I know for a fact well, I'm not sure if it's globally everywhere, but This person did look Nordic, like natively Nordic. Um, but yeah, that's all. I feel like it's gonna be a success. But just, you know, protection one, okay? Um, there's a message for somebody. And let me pull a card. Because it feels like kind of like a first time thing. You do have a great house though. I will say that. So we got this card. So yeah, just, you know, protection one, okay? Be smart about it. Just don't, you know, just because you're like in the moment or whatever. Or they could like be more experienced that you should not, you know. And if they're not open to that, like, listen, it's not the vibe. If they're not open to using protection, it's not the vibe. Like that, whoever is dealing with anyone, okay, whether straight or not straight. So let's continue. Let's see here. This one is a little bit more intense. So if you're going to a house party, I'm speaking to the youngsters, 20, 30, okay? Well, yeah. Young adults, people. Again, with being kind of like cautious, because I feel like this could be your first house party, frat party, and you get invited or to this place by your friend who seems to be dragged into a vortex of drugs. So they could have been drugged here and now they're like in this weird predicament. And I don't think you would notice this until you'd be like, let me just kind of join the party. I was seeing a lot of things where they were kind of throwing things at you guys, and you kind of made familiar faces, like old past, like schoolmates. And I don't feel like it's your environment, but I guess first time for everything here, they're gonna throw at you LSD and stuff like that, and you just feel like whatever. It feels, because everybody's kind of like taking it. I don't see you take it. I see you take the actual what they're offering, but I don't see like taking it in terms of like in your body here. But you'll be fumbling a lot, and then all of a sudden they'll be like, "Oh, well, you can have another one for your friend." Then you're gonna back off, and from there they're gonna tease you, the people that are throwing this about this. And then you reconsider thinking that you give it to your friend who's upstairs somewhere drugged out, in a predicament here. It's just a lot of things going on. I don't know how to break it down. I would advise personally for you to like leave the space, but I also feel like you want to stay because of your friend that's being there. And because I don't see you guys coming there together. You just invited, but it is your friend, so I don't know. It's hard. But your friends or your friend know somebody there, and I don't know. The energy doesn't feel good. I feel like, it's kind of like an environment where it's like people are like, why are you even here? But I do understand you're not leaving your friend at bay because, well, for obvious reason here. But I'm gonna pull an advice card, okay? So we got this one. Whoever's going to frat party, house party thing with drugs and alcohol and all that stuff, know your worth. That's what the card said. So, because I have my different opinions on what the cards say sometimes, but this is what came out. So know your worth. So with that being said, collective, that's been all the messages here. Thank you for stopping by, and as always, good luck in your journey in life. Yeah.